What I did on the science on this is I just took a greens mix, applied it to Petri dishes, did a triple on each of those. So again, so it validates the research. Then applied those products at what I call the recommended application rate. Same thing here. Basically, on this study, what I did was actually take, again, a simple greens mix, added to a growing media, and then added different products to it, be it a traditional fertilizer to two of my all-natural. Well, the 836 is an all-natural product. The 1826 is a hybrid product. What I wanted to show was that you take that same soil, and on there you're going to see that over a period of 75 days you got ups and downs of the microbial population. When you use a traditional fertilizer, a urea, a DAP, sulfate, you can see it kind of really mimics that same line. It really didn't do anything to what I call enhance that soil biology. The top one, the red line, that is an all-natural. Again, an all-natural product. It doesn't fit everybody's budget. I mean, we're looking at in the range of $300 an acre plus per application. Not a very practical unless you're doing U.S. Opens. Whereas when you start looking at the green line, which is the 1826, that's a combination between methylene urea, ammonium sulfate, and protein meals. We're now at 140 an acre. So basically what you're looking at is, since that time, I've got products that have urea, Uflex, duration, XCU. So basically what I'm saying is, whatever your comfort level is, the sanctuary will have products that will meet what I call those fairway demands at what I call cost-effective prices. The other thing that you're looking at is you're going to find that these will, at what I call a comparable rate to the products you're using today, you're going to get a 90-day feed out of it. So basically what you're looking at is you can apply it on a 90-day basis and literally not crush your budget. As a matter of fact, most guys who get on the program, they'll invest in the first couple of years and then they'll see the benefits of that, expand their programs to other areas and go from there. The next two slides really, and again, Brian, this would really highlight, I did some work on what I call soil structure. And basically when you start looking at soil structure, why is that important? Soil structure is the vehicle to let water in and be held in the soil. But if your soil is heavy clay or plated or sandy, you're just going to move a lot of that moisture out. So it's not going to hold a lot of that moisture. So basically, where does that opportunity lie? Well, when you feed the microbials, basically that microbial has the material that protects that microbial from the next microbial, because the best food for a microbe is another microbe. But basically what you're looking at is when they die, that material is released into the system, and when you release that plasma material into the system, it helps open up those soils. And not only does it open up, it brings two things into play. One, it has more places for water to be held into that complex, and at the same time, it opens that system up where, again, along all these different soil particles, you have nutrients held in there. So again, we're going to increase water and nutrient holding capacity regardless of the soil. And the next one, I did some work on ET water. And basically what it boils down to, if you can hold more water, and now you're paying for that water, you're going to hold it in the system, whereas if you look at this here represents the root hair. This represents the soil. If you're using like Justin had indicated, a salt-based fertilizer, it's no different than if you use urea out here to melt the salt or melt the snow. In the summertime, if you throw urea on a dry walkway, what are you going to find? you're going to find moisture drawn to it. So basically one of the advantages of a low salt fertilizer versus a high salt fertilizer, that of a traditional fertilizer, that is going to reduce the amount of water that moves into the plant because it's going to hold it. Coming from Colorado, if I eat a bag of potato chips and go on a hike, knuckles and ankles and everything swell up because of all the salts. So again, all this is it's really pretty much common sense. Any questions on the research? I'm just trying to dial it down a little bit, but basically what you're looking at is if you add a biological dimension to your program, you're going to gain, these types of water opportunities, nutrients, and stress related.